Episode 2, and we're complete today. We're complete today. We got the
You
full
know it.
squad today. So, good morning to our Blerdy family. We have here our Three Little Blurs talk show host, Be Nice or Else, Brandon Mitchell. To my right here, we have.
I'm about to say that's your left on mine, so
Oh.
I can't.
Over here,
I was
over
like,
there.
I don't know who is who, but
All right.
yeah, it's your boy Outlaw. What's popping?
What's good, everybody? So, as you know, each week we're going to come to you with all the blurty news. We have a lot of different topics to cover today, and we got three unique opinions and backgrounds with years and years of anime, manga, gaming experience. So, we're going to go ahead and get started first by dropping some social media. So,
You just
if this
made
is your
us
first
out
time
old.
rocking with us here at Three Little Blurs, make sure you follow our IG at Three Little Blurs, as well as our Twitter. We also have all our social media handles on there as well, so you can follow our personal social media handles too. So, first topic today, we are going to jump into the DC fan events. And I was missing in action yesterday, and C and Kenny were able to get a lot of information. So, I'm going to let them carry this topic to the finish. Go, boys.
You wanna? Well, the, you
Let's start.
excited, bro. I feel
Yeah,
like you missed a great experience.
I
It
know.
was it
I
was
know.
it was unique. I would say. I like the experience. It was very unique, something different.
What was some things do you think they did really well with the DC fan event versus some of the other ones? Now we've had a lot of different fan events and a lot of virtual events since the world has kind of stopped with live stuff due to the pandemic. So y'all talk to me a little bit about what y'all enjoyed about the experience, and maybe what are some things that you look forward to experience coming from that.
You want to start? See? Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, bro.
yeah,
It was like it was really like one of those things, like like your typical like event, like on online event, like you'll see like the different like videos or like different categories or things that they want to show throughout that day. The way this was set up was like if you went to a real expo, like a Comic Con or like PAX or something like that, and they literally gave you a schedule, just like if you would have went for real. So it was like really an all day event, like a real convention. So like that's what I mean by like it was something unique and different because you don't really see that too often with the online like showcases or anything. And that was really dope to me, like knowing that at a certain time something was going to be on. And the way that they had it set up was like a virtual like convention in the background, even where they were standing. Like everything was on the green screen outside of the actual what is it? The actual panels, and
yeah.
uh, and that was pretty dope. So I like what DC did. I like their presentation, um, the approach that they took. It was really I don't want to say fan servicey, but you could tell that they took their time and wanted to make sure that the fan base was happy for it and excited about each and every piece. Because pieces that
Yeah.
I didn't quite like, but at the same time, like it might not be something that I was interested in, but somebody who did like those things, I'm sure that they liked the presentation that it was given. because the whole
Yeah,
thing
that's
was
what
bar
I was
none.
getting ready to try to get into next. What were some things maybe y'all didn't like, or some things that y'all felt like they could have improved on? This is a big new world of virtual releases and um, fan events.
Yeah.
So obviously people aren't going to be perfect right now. But what are some things y'all think they excluded that you could have hit on?
Excluded. I'm not really sure about things that were excluded
It was a stacked
because
day. It
yeah,
was
like
fully stacked.
they had stuff you wouldn't even think that they would talk about. But I would say that a lot of the panels seemed drawn out because they were trying to fill
Yeah.
in those time gaps.
Yeah,
So I think if they would have like managed that time a little better, like you would have been would have went a lot smoother because it was like times during the panels where it was just like ongoing, like just random not random conversation. It was about this stuff, but when you have too many of that conversation that's not like in that sanctioned like schedule, it starts kind of getting off track and stuff. Like I could tell, like at some point, like a lot of the panels were getting to that point where it was like, all right, do we end? Are they ready for the next thing? Like you could tell, like as you were watching, like when you watched it, but not every panel because some panels were more exciting than the others. Like the Wonder Woman panel, that was probably one of my favorite ones, and like that whole panel, like you could tell that the actors and the writers and everybody that was involved was really
super lit for
into it.
that.
So you didn't really feel like it was forced or anything like that.
Before we leave,
Yeah.
I gotta let y'all talk about Batman. I'm surprised y'all didn't
Oh,
dive into
well,
that head first.
you didn't. What you told us to talk about was what we talked about.
Man,
All right,
Now, if
let
you
me
want
go
to get
ahead.
into the content,
they started
we
it
can get
off.
into the
Let's
meat and potatoes.
yeah, let's
They
let's
started
not
it
fully
off.
dive into everything, but let's go ahead and give y'all the opportunity to run some of that Batman because I know y'all want to get some things off y'all
All right,
chest,
I
specifically
got.
C. So
They started with the first Batman thing they showed was the game, the new game, and they showed screenshots for the movie, the Batman movie, the new one coming out, but they didn't show the trailer until later in the day, and they showed the Suicide Squad game later in the day too. But
They
for
showed the
all
Suicide Squad trailer earlier in the day, though.
yeah, all the
that's what
Batman
I'm waiting
related
for.
stuff was crazy. The Gotham Knights game was the biggest thing for me yesterday. That Gotham Knights game
Man,
was way more than I expected for them to
And
show.
see, can we get on record how you really feel about the Gotham game versus another game that we're gonna
Yeah,
talk about
that
Spider Man.
later?
well, I love Spider-Man PS4, but this new Avengers game that's supposed to come out like next week, I just have no excitement for it. And then seeing this Batman game, seeing what they are able to do with the full experience is co-op from
Man,
beginning to end, and not like this, sectioned off areas of multiplayer. I don't like that hybrid between a single player and a multiplayer. I want you to either do one or the other, and I feel like with the Suicide Squad game, with what they already talked about, and the Gotham Knights game, it's a legit multiplayer experience that you can play it with 2 to 4, or you can just play it by yourself and just enjoy it that way. I don't like this. Some modes multiplayer, some modes single player. When you start the game, you got to do this little bit, by yourself
yeah.
before you can send a party invite. That's
Mm-hmm.
that's 360. That's 360 mentality. Like we should have
Yeah.
got
We
past
done
that
came
this
up
gen.
off of that. Yep, we done
He's
came up
supposed to
off of
be
that.
way past that. But for
And
me, I got 5 highlights for this convention that I like. It
give
was
it to us.
the Batman trailer, the Suicide Squad trailer, even the showcase for the new
The
Suicide
movie.
Squad movie.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I like the Gotham Knights, the Suicide Squad game, and then it was one more. I gotta think of it, but my extracurriculars
Snyder
kind of
cut.
got me.
The
Yeah,
Snyder
Snyder
cut.
cut,
Yeah,
Snyder cut, Justice
That
League.
Snyder cut trailer was dope. Hey,
Those of
people.
y'all that know me know
hey,
the
but those are all really
extracurriculars.
legit top 5. I mean, if all the
But
stuff that I caught yesterday was pretty much the 5 things that you just named.
They have
yeah, I mean,
Black Adam teaser
I feel
too.
like those were the
Black
most
Adam.
important
Yeah.
things. Black Adam for sure was honorable mention because that was a good little teaser. I like the wording, the context and how they tried to like go by it, give you like that old ancient Egypt kind of storytelling, kind of like how they used to do with the mummy and stuff. Like they give you those little picture picture slides and talk about the origin. And I kind of like that. And I'm looking forward to the Black Adam movie because I just think he's dope. I don't even care that Shazam's not in it because he had a long time before Shazam was even thought of. Well, I mean, it was an old Shazam, but you know what I mean. Our current Shazam.
More importantly, shout out to the actor for the Black Adam,
The Rock.
The Rock.
Dwayne The
So
Rock Johnson.
Trying to
Man.
see how that's gonna go because I
Hey,
like The
look,
Rock
man.
as an actor. It's some of his acting.
He like the same
It's
character in every movie. He's
Yeah.
always a super. To me, he always plays a superhero, but on this movie, he actually gonna have powers.
Right.
And then
So
it's like
I'm interested
he's
to
an
see how that's gonna go.
anti-hero, so it's gonna
Yeah,
be
he like a
different
bad
seeing him
guy.
go that route.
They showed the
But then,
Shazam movie, the Shazam 2. I know you
Yep,
mentioned
yep.
Shazam, so that was also one of the panels that it felt like they didn't really have that much that they could say about it. So it's like they kind of just brought the cast on and just like kind of hang out, kind of like how we hanging
Just a
out now.
time filler.
But
Call those time fillers.
at least they gave us some news on it. I mean, like I said, yesterday was packed like with too much
It was
info.
packed. Bro, that thing, when they say it was a 24-hour event, like they literally have stuff planned for at least 16 of those hours. Like it was a lot of stuff. And if you missed it, I guess you could YouTube it.
Yeah,
But
it's a
like,
lot on
Yeah,
YouTube.
but you missed some good content.
But
All right,
my other thing was the Snyder cut I wanted to tap on real quick. Compared to the Justice League theoretical that we got, Snyder cut about to kill it. I'm just gonna like you could just tell the difference in the vibe of how it was directed. Like that Snyder cut is something completely different that you could tell like that's the vision that they wanted to go with originally, but because of the events that transpired, they weren't able to. And that was a lot of that they were talking about yesterday as well. Like a lot of the issues that was going on with DC and Snyder and his family issues that caused them not to even finish the movie. But you could tell that majority of the original, well, the theoretical cut of the movie was completely reshot. Like you could tell ones that were the original shootings and the ones that were just remade, like to put in the movie. You get a new Steppenwolf. Like he's not even the same design. You could tell he looks he looks a little bit more gritty. Like he fits more for the story. Like he fits more of the image that you would look at. You got to see Darkseid.
Yeah, they showed Darkseid.
Yeah,
The trailer tapped into that vision that Bruce seen back in the Batman versus Superman.
Bro, I want to talk about that because they completely left. I went back and watched Batman vs Superman, and I specifically remember that when the Flash came back and was like Bruce, and then they just
And all that
completely
stuff
left
is
it
in the
out.
Snyder cut.
They completely left it out, and I'm like, yeah, they gotta come hard. And yeah, just off the trailer alone, it already looked better.
Yeah, and then I like the way the trailer was set up. It reminded me of the Watchmen trailer because you know Snyder did Watchmen.
Yep.
It reminded me of the Watchmen trailer. If y'all ever watched that trailer,
Yeah, it did good.
I'm gonna have to go back and watch that, get caught up on the Snyder cut.
Yeah, definitely.
Kenny and C, thank you for that great information off the DC fan event. Let's slide now into the Nintendo
for sure,
Indie
go check
Showcase.
that out. Anybody who hasn't, y'all
Yeah.
won't be disappointed. I promise you. You can watch every event that they had. It was a good event.
So the Nintendo Indie Showcase, Nintendo really puts on for the indies, trying to give them opportunities to, expand their overall fan base. And so they just recently put on a showcase and they had 20 games that were up there on the showcase. Now, we are definitely not going to go through all 20 of these, but I'm going to just go through the titles. Some of the titles we got Hades, we got Spirit Far, we got Garden Story, Subnocula, Subnocula Below Zero, Bear and Breakfast, just to name a few. Me and Kenny were talking earlier. One that I'm super excited about is Hades. And right now in the indie world for Nintendo, you can get up to 40% off select indie games, including some introductory offers from the titles that were featured in this latest indie showcase.
Sound like B need to get him a Switch.
Yes, we did cover that B needs to get a Switch in the last talk show.
We gonna cover it in every show.
Yeah. So, are there any specific indie games that you currently like, guys, or that you're looking forward to from the indie show?
I want to see what the Garden Story is about because I like Golf Story.
Yeah, that game was cool.
So it looked like a little good passerby game. Like it didn't. I know like with Golf Story and stuff. Is it the same people? Like, is it like the same concept? Like where it's like the RPG element, but just with gardening or something. I didn't watch the show.
That's what it. That's what it
but
looks
I've
like.
seen a couple of the games.
But the one cool thing about the indie show, Kenny, is like you can go to Nintendo's website and they have the showcase feature, and you can go and watch either the whole showcase or you can watch the individual showcases for each game.
Okay, yeah. So I'll probably go through those later today or something. But a thing that I am looking to see or see how that goes is the Subnautica, because
that's a good look.
The console and like the other releases of that game, it was rough.
Yeah, it ran like trash on Xbox.
So. Yeah, so I'm trying to see like they got it on Switch. I don't know how they. I don't know how that's gonna work, but but I'm willing to wait and find out and see how that goes because yeah, it was.
I like the effort though. I like that they put in big games like that on the Switch to push the envelope. Because we got The Witcher 3 on there at this point. The Witcher 3 is on Switch right now.
So and you know what's crazy? Witcher 3 doesn't.
I finished that game on Xbox. FYI, if y'all
never finished that game.
Switch, if I get my Switch and get that, I will definitely run that into the ground. Yeah, Witcher was dope.
I never finished. I finished all the other Witchers though. I just could never finish that one. I get halfway through, I stop playing, forget what I was doing, start over, and then get back to the same way.
They had this one game that they showed. It's called Raji, an ancient epic that they showed at the indie showcase.
And that one, I didn't know
cool too.
That one really stood out to me the most because it looked like kind of the first step to like a series of games. Like it could be up there, like how God of War went from like Greek mythology and now they are into like Norse, the Viking mythos.
Mm-hmm.
This is like the like ancient India mythology, and I don't really think that we've ever really gotten that in like a game
outside of. Nope.
I can't even think of one. But yeah,
maybe Prince of Persia,
some anime stuff like. Yeah, not even Prince of Persia for real.
Yeah, it looks good though. It's kind of like a it's classified as like an action adventure, but I don't want to say it's like a side.
Yeah, I'm reading it right now.
Lore, is that like Ashura and all them?
That's what I'm thinking too. I'm not super well versed in it, but it's cool. It's a cool concept.
Naruto tapped into a lot of that, like Indian like lore and stuff, like with Ashura, like Idra. What's the first Hokage do like the little he do the Buddha, the 1,000-armed Buddha, like stuff like that. So hey, I'm interested in it. I like all types of like mythology to talk about lore, like with the gods and stuff.
Yeah,
my favorite is probably Norse mythology, so I'm like really excited that God of War actually went that route. And then
Assassin's Creed.
Then we got Assassin's Creed, which is based on Vikings, which is like my favorite thing ever, next to Pirates.
Yeah.
So I'm looking. I'm waiting
Hey,
to
Kenny
see how
he gonna be playing a lot of single player games, so y'all catch up.
Yeah, we definitely gotta
shoot.
talk more about
I'm
that.
gonna be on Assassin's Creed. Y'all need to find me.
Yeah.
That's where you gonna be at.
I'm gonna be on the shores of England, terrorizing.
We definitely gonna talk about
Hey,
that when it come out.
hey man, you better go ahead and let them know how you really feel, and make sure you
Yeah,
get back
man.
all your
We got
just
the
due.
podcast going.
All right, we're gonna segue now into some game updates that we all play or they're looking excited to play. So we just had the Apex update, and we've been running that and running it with some
Yeah.
homies. Yeah, so there's that. We got the new character debuted. Have any of y'all had a chance to play with the new character at all?
New character and what?
Apex.
Apex.
For the
Oh,
update.
Apex? Yeah, I
Yeah, the
used
new
the new
legend.
character. What?
Yeah.
What? See now, Apex, for everybody that don't know, most of y'all do know, I play Apex all the time. I just
Apex.
don't stream Apex because I feel like the Apex
Frame rate.
content is oversaturated and
Mm-hmm.
it's too high paced to really like stream and pay attention to everything. So I've
And
been
then
really,
try to have a conversation with anybody in the
yeah.
stream.
So
Yeah.
like that's why I base my streams like really off of like the narrative and RPG games that I play. But I play Apex every once in a while because I like Apex. Out of every battle royale, that's probably the only one I'm gonna keep playing because I like Titanfall, and just because they got that, that's y'all go see Apex every once in a while. That's just how it is.
You
But the
feel it?
new character is lit. I
The
really I like
minigun
her.
though.
Um, I don't know if you want like an in-depth breakdown on the things that I've seen, like playing with her throughout the time she's been released, but she all around, she's a good character. She has a few things that I feel like can be fixed and tinkered with, but couple of things that I do like is she's a new defense character. For those who don't know, her name is Rampart. She has a Gatling gun named Sheila, which is her best friend, literally,
Yeah.
and she her ability are these amp shields, which amplifies bullets. So you while getting protected, if you shoot through it, it increases the bullet damage. So if you pair that with her ultimate ability, which is Sheila, her Gatling gun, it's really dangerous. Like if you set up before a team even gets to an area, it's dangerous because not only you can use it, but your team can use the Gatling gun. So
It got unlimited
so
ammo too.
yeah, it now the thing is it has unlimited ammo, but it doesn't have unlimited ammo. So what it is because most ultimates have a time period where they run. Hers
Mhm.
doesn't. So when it runs out of bullets, that's when it's done. But if you don't use all the bullets, you can pull the Gatling gun back and pick it up, and whatever's left, it'll add to the percentage of the ultimate charge. So say if you have, I think it's like 300 bullets or something. I think it's like 300 to 250. So say if you run it down to maybe 150 or something, you will get I think like a 15% increase to whatever your charge is. Because there was a time we had got set up and I put down my shields and everything, and I shot my Gatling down to maybe like 100 bullets or something like that. But
Mhm.
we had to go because of the storm. And my while you're using it, your ultimate does charge, which is different than most ultimates, because once you use an ultimate, your charge doesn't come back into that ultimate
Said
again.
ultimate is finished. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But hers, it charges while it can charge while you're using that Gatling gun. And then I got my percentage up to like 40% or something. When I pulled it back at like 100 bullets, it went up to 75%. So I think they probably need to find a way to balance that a little better so that you can know the definite percentage that you would get back. But other than that, I think her shields need a little bit more health.
Yeah, and they need to be a little bit
Just a little
faster.
bit.
Just like because the
Just a little bit.
deployment of the gun and the shield, it's like long enough to get murdered in Apex. Because like you said, Apex is a fast-paced game. Like
Fast-paced
Yeah.
game.
if somebody is on you, like that shield deployment, it's like it
But
drops,
see,
it pops, and then it does the shape up, and it's like
yeah, then it
they need
has
to
to
pop that thing
extend.
like just a second faster.
But I feel like it's more so because she's not a character where, like, of course, you can rush with every character in Apex, but her abilities aren't set to be in an immediate fight. It's more
Yeah.
to set up a space and secure. So I really don't have a problem with the time period of it because it. I will tell you this: like, if you put it down and like say you're getting like bombarded with grenades or something, um, if you put that shield down, it takes all the splash damage, so you won't get any of the damage from the grenade as
That's
long as
dope.
that shield is
Yeah.
being put up. Now, I don't like the one tap feature that it has. Like when you're deploying it, if it gets shot during this deployment, it automatically just goes away. I don't like that.
Mm.
That's kind of
I didn't know
like,
about that.
yeah, like if you put it down while it's deploying, if somebody shoots it, if it's not all the way finished, like with shield and all, it goes down in one shot.
Mm.
So that's one thing I don't like because how is it going to protect from a splash damage and from a grenade or arc star or something like that, but can't take one bullet. And
Yeah.
then it's defense towards like LMGs is horrible. Like it goes down so fast. If somebody attacks you with a devotion or Spitfire or L Star, like they taking your shield down pretty fast. Like the whole shield, not just the amplifier area. Like the entire thing is gonna go down. So that's another thing. I would just change like the health and everything. But I like her as a character. She's very adept at LMGs. So if you use her, be sure to if you like LMGs, I probably would say an LMG is probably your best friend with her because she's the
Mm-hmm.
first character that actually gets a passive and with specific guns. Like with LMGs, her ammo capacity increases, so you don't really need an extended mag because it increases automatically. And then she also reloads faster with LMGs,
Mm-hmm.
so you don't have to worry about that extended load time. And since L stars don't take bullets and all that, um, it takes longer for it to overheat. And then when it does overheat, it's quicker for it to cool down. So it's faster to use an L star with her, which is very dangerous because an L star is dangerous if you got it in the right hands.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
That's
good.
dope, man.
But that's my take on her. She's a good character though. I like her. She's good for base defense. I say if you do use her, make sure it's an area where you're there first. It's not really something that you use to set up an immediate action. She she can hold choke points very well. I usually plant my shields in front of doors because you can't open the door with a shield in front of it, but you can open it the out way. So I mean you can shoot out the door. So yeah,
Okay.
I like her. She's a good twist to like my main, which is Watson, who uses electrical fences, but instead of the electrical field like trophy system, you get the Gatling gun.
The Gatling
So it
gun.
kind of gives her the attack slash defense versus a pure defense.
Yeah.
All right, next update we're going to jump into is Grounded. So, Grounded had initially announced there was going to be an update coming later, but they did do a quick
August 30th.
preview trailer. Yeah, so for actually got bumped up, came to the 28th.
Yeah, 20,
So 28th, Grounded they're gonna put out a teaser about some updates coming out. I know we've been playing Grounded. It's just a fun game to kind of pass time, and it's super super low maintenance and super low chill. I like low stress gaming. When I'm not playing Apex and other games like that. What type of things y'all think y'all want to see in the update for Grounded?
Shout out to Low Stress Gaming, shameless plug.
Yeah.
Yeah, same. Are you seen
Shout
that? You
out
seen
to the
that?
whole
Shameless,
team.
shameless.
They got like some new resource. They teased new resources, but they already kind of announced that they gonna put a couple new creatures in this update. I think it's
Yeah.
what's it, koi
We
fish,
got mosquitoes,
mosquito, and bees.
honeybees,
Mm-hmm.
the fat bees. So and then what is the koi fish? So they're going to be adding koi
Mm-hmm.
fish to the pond. So I'm assuming like with some of the gear, we're gonna get the diving gear.
Hopefully.
I know we have. I mean, I don't see why they would add the fishing. You can't dive, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna assume the diving gear is coming. But I know there's supposed to be some level 3 gear. Because I know we do have a level 3 mallet already, which is the mint mallet you got to find in the Tic Tac box.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think you've been over there yet, see, but you
Probably
can
not. I
break
ain't played in
into.
a minute.
You can break into. It's like a little Tic Tac box with mints in it. When you break it, you get the schematics for a mint club actually. And it's
Okay.
like it's a level 3 club, but nothing on the map is level 3. But its
Yeah.
durability is crazy, and when you smack somebody with it, it's ridiculous. Like, but
See, I gotta work on. I
outside
gotta
of
get
the
you
extra
a shout out feature. I tried to
I'm
shout
really
Oh
out.
looking
yeah.
forward to
I don't.
Yeah.
I gotta
I'm
get it
looking
set up.
forward to the story update because I'm ready to see like where the story is gonna take off and go to. Um, I'm ready for some more missions. I know that with Grounded, we're supposed to get we're getting updates every month, so that's a good thing. I
Yeah,
think that'll
month
be a
they
way to
are.
keep the game fresh, and that's a good way to add to the story while we're doing it.
Yeah, so I'm just excited for just overall gameplay. I really feel like the change with the insects and fighting the insects brings a part to the game that's a little bit different. Also, I love the honey I strike the kids mentality too. I feel like they try to be outside the box with that game, and I really like games that aren't trying to pick up like a recipe somebody else made and try to improve it. I like how they really just try to branch out and kind of do their own thing. And I feel like there's always something new that I'm doing with the game moving forward. So I'm excited for the monthly updates in hopes it'll keep the game fresh and then give us something to do. Once again, with just some low stress gaming, and when we kicking it with the homies. Once again, another plug for low stress
Shameless
gaming,
plug,
man. Yeah, y'all
LSG.
follow them.
Yeah.
Appreciate y'all and supporting us in our endeavors.
I do want to say I
Last,
know like games like that, like you just said, how they not trying to like they trying to do their own thing, and then on top of it being a game built by people who focusing on their own thing, it's like a game that you don't have to play a certain way. Like you literally can start the game, just go around like a gladiator the whole time. You don't have to set up a base if you don't want to. You can set up camp. You can totally ignore that first part of the story and just go to the anthill, do whatever. Because I even had to start a new game because I thought mine was glitched out until they actually patched it. But I started a new game and I went straight to that first anthill. That's like it's actually right next to the spawn area, but that's where you
Oh
get like
yeah, never
the
knew that either.
bandages,
So.
the bandage plus and the canteen plus. But yeah, I love games that just let you just hey be creative and
And next time I'm in
have
there, I'm
fun.
putting on my ant armor and I'm walking through the entire ant here to find those eggs because I'm blowing that spider up.
I
I
still
need
think it's a bug
bombs.
with the ant egg spawns. I actually believe that it's a bug.
Maybe it's not in there.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just one of those things that's gonna get added later. Like we got the mint club, but it's nothing that you need level 3 for. So maybe it's
Mm-hmm.
just one of those things that they're gonna add. But I'm gonna find out. Because remember, we fell down a few levels and had to go back. We didn't finish checking deep down in
Yeah, one day I'll be cool enough to venture out there with y'all.
You good?
Next update or new thing coming, Ghost of Tsushima is going to be adding a multiplayer aspect. Our resident Ghost of Tsushima player C, just finishing up the game. I'm gonna let him kind of handle this up. Also, shout out to him for finishing the game. It was super dope. Watching him finish that up on Twitch earlier in the week. So ride with us, bro. What we got?
Yeah, that I purposefully was taking my time with the game because I didn't see them putting out no multiplayer. Like I probably wouldn't have even done that last mission earlier this week if they didn't just say, hey, we got multiplayer coming, because that like gave me the push, like, okay, let me finish the story so I can watch some more videos and you know, get my side quest done. I got maybe like 3 or 4 side missions I gotta do before I get to 100%. But to be honest, the only thing that the game was missing was multiplayer. So the fact that they announced that, it's
I didn't
just
even
pure
expect the
hype.
multiplayer.
Like, I right now I just want more details. Like what different types of missions are they gonna have? Is it
I'm
gonna be all
completely
combat, all
interested in
stealth?
seeing.
Is it gonna be
Yeah,
any open
that's
world aspect to it? Like, just give us a small little town and just, you know, have it be
Go
like
crazy.
either like heist style, or like where, you know, everybody, you know, you remember when we did the Assassin's Creed Unity multiplayer where you had a few objectives
Bruh,
and you
we
just do the
ran through
mission.
that Unity multiplayer.
Like, that's exactly what that game needed, and I'm so happy that it's getting it. So that almost guaranteed that the game will, if it doesn't get a
Might be get
sequel, it'll live for at least 2 years if it
yeah, because
doesn't
it
get a
got that
sequel.
multiplayer. Especially if the multiplayer is good. The game is already good, so I don't have a doubt that the mechanics of the multiplayer be good. It's just what is the multiplayer gonna incorporate?
consist of.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Because
I
it could
kind
be
of.
like a samurai showdown. Like we can fight each other, or we can like have a death match, or you can do missions. Like, is it going to be like samurai ghost missions that you do together? Like, um, what is it? The camps and stuff that you have
Hmm.
to clear. Like, are there going to be like missions like that that you do? I want to know what is really gonna be about. Is it going to
Yeah.
take place um after the events of the story? Because
Hmm.
once the story ended, like the dynamic of everything kind of changed, like with the samurai, like the old ways and new ways and stuff like that. So it's going to be interesting to see what they do with the the multiplayer, because I would like to see it look like Unity, because
Yeah.
Unity actually had a good multiplayer to me. The game was just subpar, but the multiplayer had a good concept to it. I still miss the Brotherhood multiplayer, but that's a story for another day.
But also though, I think Assassin's Creed Unity coming out, but that game came out like 2013,
It was a
2014.
console release.
It was a console release. It was around the time when Xbox One and PS4 first came out. And you realize that they kind of abandoned multiplayer Assassin's Creed since then. I don't know why, but that was this new Batman game that we were just talking about, the Gotham Knights. It's
Mhm.
reminiscent of what they did with Assassin's Creed Unity, the multiplayer style, and then them talking about this Suicide Squad game, which is supposed to be next gen. Like, we
They
need revolutionized multiplayer,
2022
right?
Suicide Squad.
We
We in
need
there. We pulling up.
revolutionized
We in there, buddy.
multiplayer. Like, they did away with they almost completely did away with split screen this generation. I don't know if y'all noticed that either. They almost completely killed split screen. The fact that
I
Halo 5
mean,
came out and it didn't have split screen, that was an offense. That was a major offense. So, like, this Ghost of Tsushima,
actually, you're right, because Gears did really did Gears did have split screen.
it's crazy. Like, I don't know why they thought that we wanted everything to be online based. But, you know, it makes sense for the technology, but you still have to make sure that if
You
I
know
come
what's
to my
crazy?
buddy's house, I don't have to bring my whole setup.
You know what's funny about that? We had split screen, and then at one point, split screen was so big, they added split screen to online. You
Yeah.
remember having
Yes.
like a guest play with you on
Yes.
Gears and Call of Duty, and it
Yep.
was split
Yes,
screen?
sir. Split screen. And when you see a split screen, you be like, yo, we're coming for them because they got 2 people on one TV.
You see that one next to him. There's that
Right.
guest. You
The
like, yeah,
one.
we at your neck, boy.
Hey,
ceexdawg one. I'm like, bruh, like, why? But my thing is,
I
like,
like that
why did
concept.
they stop that? Like, that was amazing. I love that. Like, you know, if the homies
because
come
it's
over,
chance to capitalize on money. Chance to
yeah,
capitalize on money. You know what I'm saying? Like
more sales.
I want you to get your setup
But the
Yeah.
Ghost of Tsushima
Now you got
multiplayer
to
look
get your
good though.
game.
straight. All
Eh,
right, some more new games we got coming up. One just came out this week. We got Samurai Jack Battle Through Time. The rest of these are going to be coming out in September. We're going to definitely be looking at new games toward the end of our month on the talk show. But going into September, we got Marvel Avengers, which the beta is out now. Go ahead and download that if you have access. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1
I'll be streaming that at 1:00.
Awesome. A big shameless plug for Outlaw. He's going to be
check that out.
streaming Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1-2 remake. We got WWE 2K Battlegrounds, which is the substitution for WWE 2K. And then we got the Hitman games coming out too.
I'm tired of Hitman games.
Yeah, we gotta touch on that from Friday Night Fights.
I can only kill so many people.
Yeah, bruh. So we touched on that a little bit.
Why is there so many Hitman games though?
Bro, I guess certain people like taking people out.
But I will say the new Hitman, I like it. It ain't like because it ain't a bad game. It's good. But I like the way it's set up. Like the way the new Hitmans are set up, it's not like how like Hitman was previously, where like you finish the mission, then you go to the next thing. I mean, it's set up like that way, but the way they go about it is completely different. Like now with Hitman, it comes out like in the episodes kind of, and the way the episodes are set up is like you get a new contract. So each episode is basically a contract, and throughout that contract, you have like your setup phase, your execution phase, like stuff like that. So I like that concept that they go with the Hitman. Like you scope your area, like it's really like you a Hitman. Like when you start the game up, it'll say like your first contract, and then you tell you all the details of that contract, like you a real Hitman. You opened up your briefcase, and this your folder. And like I like that concept with it versus
they just made it more realistic
versus the mission select. So I kind of like that they released they release the whole game, but they don't release all the missions at once. So you feel like you have a job to do. So like you finish this mission, now you gotta wait for your next contract. Like, all right, who I'm about to kill next? Like stuff like it made it feel like you're the Hitman. Because he's not going mission to mission like that, like getting the contract. Like that's how it works. And I kind of like that. I kind of like that dynamic of the new Hitman games, but I feel like it's just way too many Hitman games.
Any of these new games
I've been playing Hitman since PlayStation 2. Like
any of these new games that I just dropped,
it's too many, bro.
Any of y'all excited about any of those? Avengers, Samurai Jack, Battle Through Time, the Tony Hawk. I mean, obviously, Kenny,
Samurai Jack. I think it's a cool little. It's probably like a cool little quick arcade game. It reminds me of like that old BN10 game, the Omniverse. That was on 360.
I watched some gameplay on Twitch the other day. It looks pretty good. Now he does have a character tree. So he has a variety of different skills and things that you can unlock throughout the course of the game. So I think that's really cool. I think it offers like your abilities to be able to become an elite swordsman or really get hand-to-hand combat, or you could like pick if you want to balance the tree out. So
you know who needs to make a Samurai Jack game?
Who?
The company that made Afro Samurai. If they made a Samurai Jack game with the Adult Swim Samurai Jack when he got the long hair and gritty and cutting heads off, that game would be so fire. Because that Afro Samurai, that game was lit. I don't know if y'all ever played it.
I missed it.
I didn't get a chance.
I need to go back and try to find it.
That Afro Samurai game was so fun, bro. And it was like watching the anime. But if they made like a Samurai Jack game, it'll probably be fire. I ain't gonna hold you up. But this one I'm not too into. I like Samurai Jack, but I don't like it. Look like that SpongeBob game. I don't like the design. I'm cool. It's probably a good game.
Yeah.
I like Samurai Jack. I like the story, but I'm good. Loving.
You excited about any of these titles I just dropped?
Tony Hawk, I'm all in on that. I was just asking people about it. The Samurai Jack game, I will say it looks cool, but for me, I just wouldn't buy it like now. I probably like get it on sale or something. Just grab it later.
I need a new TMNT game. I need
so stuff. One thing I do want to say about that, I'm glad you brought it up. The people who need to make a TMNT game, the people who are making Rocksteady, the people who are making these Batman games, they need to just go ahead and make a Batman versus TMNT game at this point.
WB Montreal got it.
WB Montreal, like when they get done with this Gotham Knights, like we need to start
WB Montreal. This just so happens to hit y'all.
We know y'all got the rights. We know y'all got the rights to the Turtles.
Please.
So just go ahead and do it and pull the trigger on it for everybody.
I'll love you forever.
Bro, we need it. The streets need it.
He done squared up with the camera.
The community needs a new TMNT game made by the people that's making these Batman games. Like, the fact that we still haven't got a great TMNT. The best TMNT game is Turtles in Time on Super Nintendo in 2020. Like, that's the best Turtles game ever. And then we getting this super dope Gotham Knights game with Red Hood, Batgirl, Robin, and we can't even get a Turtles game.
Decent Turtle game.
Man,
it's cool though.
What was the other game you mentioned? It was another game you said in there.
So I had Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1-2 remake. I know
I got that pre-order. I played the demo so many times.
Marvel's Avengers.
Okay, Avengers. Now, I like Square Enix. I love Square Enix. I like RPGs. I like everything Square Enix pretty much does. You know, Kingdom Hearts 3. You know, it was hit or miss, but you know, it was a good game still. But you know, I waited too long for that. But
yeah, that's a story on another day. Not a Kingdom Hearts player, but we'll talk about
Square Enix don't really give me bad games, so I'm excited about Avengers. But I can't use Spider-Man on my Xbox, so
it seems like a game that's gonna be unfinished at release. Like we've gotten used to this. Like this generation, they release a game, baseline, and then they add a whole nother game on top of it over time. So if you buy this game, if you buy it day one, you're paying for it before they add all this. So I'd rather just buy it at this point when they add everything. Because it's like, bro,
get the complete edition.
Why am I gonna pay y'all for the?
I wouldn't even get the $100 version because they still gonna add something that you gonna have to pay for later.
I'm not trying to be pessimistic about it, but the only heroes that they have really promised us at this point is the basic Avengers, like from the first movie, and then what's
Ant-Man, Hawkeye,
Miss Marvel,
and Miss Marvel.
Like, I need more than that. I'm sorry. Black Panther. Throw in some Doctor Strange for real. Like, for real, Doctor Strange. Like, come on.
I get that they said that they're going to add regions and new missions and characters and stuff, but I'm not about to pay no $60, $80, and I'm not getting that shit day one, but I'm sorry.
You know somebody on YouTube is going to beat the game day one.
I can't even use Spider-Man. Now, Sony, y'all tripping, bro. Y'all really out here. Y'all fooling.
Y'all ruining gaming.
Y'all don't even own Spider-Man like that.
Y'all ruining gaming.
Y'all ruined baseball for me. I gotta play 2K14 MLB because y'all want to take rights to baseball. Y'all ruined Spider-Man for me. I was having fun with my Spider-Man Into the Dimensions. And then y'all want to just go and be stingy with the Amazing Spider-Man and shit. Man,
but no, they put Amazing Spider-Man on Xbox.
Have good things.
I know.
They put the Amazing Spider-Man game on Xbox. I remember the one with, what's it, Garfield? It was on Xbox. Yeah, it was on Xbox One. And then the PS4 game, they was just like, nah.
They just stopped. I can't even play Spider-Man because y'all want to be stingy. Only way I can use Spider-Man is if I play this little device right here, and I play Marvel vs. Capcom.
Marvel
That's the only way.
Ultimate Alliance.
Yeah, Ultimate Alliance. Marvel vs. Capcom. See, I need to play Marvel vs. Capcom now.
Bruh, hey, listen,
Xbox. Man. We need a remaster.
Listen, try to make it available again because I didn't bought it on my 360.
The biggest travesty of my gaming career was 2 years ago when I accidentally deleted Marvel vs. Capcom 2 off of my Xbox, bro. I was sick. I was the only one of my friends who still had it on their Xbox, bro. I was.
That's gone forever.
It's gone, bro.
You can't re-download.
It's not.
Yeah, nope. You probably could have sold your Xbox for probably about $2,500, telling people that it had
just
that game on it.
That game being on it.
Bro, I just
My
wanted to play. I enjoyed playing the
my
game, brother,
360
too.
got stolen, and I had Scott Pilgrim. I had the Ninja
Oh,
Turtles.
you super sick.
I had the Ninja Turtles,
Super sick.
the arcade one, and I had Marvel vs. Capcom. None of those 3 games are in the Xbox store, not even on 360.
Nope.
And they're on my hard drive. Whoever got that hard drive is playing Marvel vs. Capcom to this day. Because the
And
disc
deserves
reader
to be
didn't
punched
work.
in their face.
But them digital downloads, them joints work. And I play Marvel vs. Capcom and Scott Pilgrim every day. Every day till it got
We have to
stolen.
move on. We have to move on from these heartaching situations. I can't.
I'm about to
Anyway,
cry.
we're about to. Yeah, I know. Every time I start talking about that Marvel vs. Capcom 2 on my 360, bro, I get so sad.
The online play? Oh my god.
It was the first real fighting game that I actually felt like I had a chance. Never mind. We're gonna keep this rolling. All right.
Yeah,
So
online, bro.
two things that 3LittleBlerds are gonna be signed up for in the next 2 weeks. We got Gamers.com next week. It's gonna be August 27th through the 30th. No really big headline things are coming out, but it's another virtual expo that normally does big things. So we're excited to be a part of that. Thank you, pandemic, for allowing us to be a part of the virtual expo. The next thing
Thank you,
we're signed
pandemic.
up for is our Crunchyroll Expo, and we're super excited about that. Crunchyroll normally has a annual expo that they do, talking about all the current things and projects they got coming up. So that's going to be September 4th through the 6th, and we are registered for that. They have confirmed such great artists and developers as people got a high school, Tower of God, and finalizing all of the potential artists from One Piece as well. So a lot of things coming up for the Crunchyroll Expo. Make sure you guys go ahead and register yourself for that. That and Gamers.com are all free. So very similar to Summerfest and the DC fan event, everybody's going into these virtual expos, trying to still give the consumers opportunity to have access to all these new things.
Let me talk about Gamescom real quick.
Go ahead.
Because I know in the past, Gamescom is always like the baby E3 of the summer.
Yeah.
Because we had E3 in June, and then Gamescom was always in August. So yeah,
I feel like Gamescom gave us the stuff that E3 didn't have time to show us.
Hopefully, because I know Fall Guys, they want to talk about season 2 at the beginning of Gamescom. So that's
season
like
2.
Yeah, they already talking
There's
about
season
Fall Guys
2?
season 2.
Yep.
But it's probably gonna be
games.
some more. I don't know if I'll be able to co-stream anything for it, but throughout the day we're gonna get a ton of like just random announcements. Like I won't say it's gonna be nothing as big as like Gotham Knights or Suicide Squad, but we might get like
2021 and 2022.
Yeah, maybe like something unannounced or something, like maybe 1 or 2 games unannounced.
And they on PC. I might not even have a system. I might grab them on PC.
And then that did y'all see that Wukong game? Did y'all hear about that at all this week? Are we allowed? Was that leaked?
I don't know. I think I seen it said official trailer, so I don't think it was leaked. It was a whole 18. I don't know. It was a whole 18-minute gameplay.
Yeah, I don't know if it was if that's free game or not, but that was just the only other thing I was gonna bring up, because that game I did see some of it and that looked amazing.
That game looked fire. You playing as Son Goku, not to be confused with Son Goku from Dragon Ball Z. But you got you got the power pole that transform. You in the Monkey Kingdom in the sky, like on what was that movie with Jet Li and Jackie Chan? The Monkey King. That's basically like what it is.
Yep.
I think that's basically, and I like the story of the Monkey King and like they war with the wolves and stuff like that. So that game looks like it's gonna be exciting. I think it's an indie game, so
I feel like it might be.
It's gonna be good to see because it's a little company in China. I was about to say in Chinese. Whoa, man.
It's some good
catch.
stuff coming up though. Like I said, with the Summer Game Fest, it's kind of been. I feel like it kind of slowed down a lot in June, but
Yeah,
it's
it
been
definitely
it's been
slowed
decent
down. It started
announcements.
out hot, but they are gradually releasing things. Once again, I want to reiterate that nobody foreseen this coming as far as the pandemic. So everybody had to kind of change their plans on the whim. So as far as the birdie community is concerned, everybody should get a minuscule of a pass for certain things right now, being able to create. But as we move
Except for
towards
Halo.
the yeah, hey, listen, that was last week's pain. We're not gonna revisit that. I'm sorry you weren't here for that. Okay, we're not gonna jump back into
Disappointed.
that.
Just had a lot of us like that. You could have told me this at the beginning of the year.
All
I don't
right,
even like
so
Halo.
hey,
I'm just
listen, bro. Hey,
disappointed.
listen. Hey, listen. One, we're not gonna deal with any Halo slander. Two, everybody is hurt. Okay,
Have I ever
everybody
slandered
is hurt.
Halo? No.
Yes, you have.
I'm a
No, I
slander
haven't.
Halo if this game come out and it's not worth this wait.
Yeah,
I've
me
never
too.
slandered
But
Halo. Don't lie. Don't lie to these good
we'll
folks.
we'll keep your Halo slander secret. We'll keep it secret.
And
You just make enough sound.
Battletoads came out this week too. It's a little
Yeah,
single
Oh
yeah,
player.
yeah.
yeah, I gotta play
I missed that as
Battletoads.
well. Battletoads
Need to make
is
that a
dropped.
stream too. I wish it was
Mhm.
online co-op.
People don't like the art style, but it's actually like the cutscenes was pretty funny to me. Like I thought it was funny, and it's just a
I
side
like
scroll beat 'em
Battletoads.
up. So like, what
Yeah.
what more do you really want? I mean, it has mini games in it, which I feel like changes the pace up from just beating people up. But
I just want
yeah,
to. I just want to ride to do the motorcycle mission.
yeah, oh, it's
Facts.
tough. It's tough. I ain't gonna lie. I put it on the hardest difficulty, but it's enjoyable. It's a Game Pass.
I don't see how people complain about this, but love Streets of Rage 4. Like, y'all
Streets
can
of Rage
chill.
4 was so dope, bro. We
It
played the mess out
was.
of that.
That
I
soundtrack.
think I beat it. Yeah, I beat it with every character, and that soundtrack was fire.
I beat it with every character more than once.
Me and C was just like, "Hey, yo,
Thank you,
let's
Game
play."
Pass.
And then
Thank
me
you,
and
Game
Kenny, I
Pass.
played with Kenny some too. I think who else did I
Yep.
run with some on that? Yeah, I ran with both of y'all on that.
Me and Shaw beat it in one day. We beat it in like 6 hours.
That's dope.
It
I
started.
love me
It
a
just
good
started
Sass
over
4
on the
beat 'em up.
hardest difficulty.
All right, so really quickly, we're gonna go through some of the top summer's anime, and then you
Shit,
guys
I
can
like.
share. You can share a few thoughts, but we're coming toward the conclusion here. So everybody, please stay with us as we finish up. So top summer animes right now, specifically either summer released animes or animes that are running episodic. So obviously we're gonna start out with one of me and Kenny's favorites, One Piece. One Piece is being very gradual even during the
One Piece is
pandemic.
year round. That it don't
Yeah,
stop.
yeah, but that's why I said episodic and summer release. So you got
One Piece
A
just the
Hero
goat.
no Sora, which is a basketball anime, and that has been pretty fire so far.
I don't like
Um,
it.
we got the Tower of God, um, we got God of High School, and we got
Two
ReZero
great
with the
webtoons. So
yeah
if
with
y'all
the
following
with
the
the
anime, read the webtoon. I promise you, it's worth
yeah
it. Greatest
Webtoons is definitely
stories
worth
ever.
it. I'm getting hip to Webtoons now myself, and then the last one is Misfit of a Demon King Academy. So
That's my show.
yeah, these anime have definitely been dropping fire episodes throughout the summer. My recommendation for anime, if you're looking for specific summer releases, oh, I'm sorry, and I left out Fire Force.
You left out a few. We got Fire Force. You
Yeah.
have ReZero, starting life in the new world.
Hmm.
We got um Shoku no Geki, Food Wars.
Yeah, Food
Um,
Wars.
we got shoot, it's so many, bro. It's so
Yeah.
many.
That's what and
Uh,
see, and that's why I didn't want to go down the
Digimon,
rabbit
the
hole. I didn't
Digimon
want to go to
reboot.
rabbit hole. I just wanted to hit like the top ones.
Yeah, I'm
We
behind
could
on
be here
everything,
talking.
so
Yeah, we could be here talking all day about all the
But
different
one of the
topics.
top ones is the Digimon reboot. That's really the one that's popping right now. They
it's on
rebooted
Crunchyroll
that whole
or
story. Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
They
on
rebooted the
Crunchyroll.
whole Digimon story. It's fire. It's dope. it's a good change of pace from the original Digimon. Like they're in the digital world, but it has more detail of what the like cyberspace and stuff is. Like, it's a really good adaptation to the classic story.
Give me one of those, or maybe one that you're watching right now that we didn't list it, that you're most excited to watch either the story payout or most excited to see it animated because you watched the manga. Just give me just one, because I know me and you watch a lot of content, and so
God of
we
High
could
School.
definitely got a high school. Yeah, bro.
That's one of my favorite stories next to One Piece. To be honest,
Super. I'm actually
because
very excited about.
because where they at now compared to where I'm at, oh, it's about to be crazy. It's about to be crazy.
Y'all
I'm
current on
actually
My Hero manga?
Yeah,
Some bad
love
stuff
yeah
my
went down.
yeah.
I love my hero. That the last chapter was pretty dope. I like the way
Yeah,
the direction is going with the
when
new
they finally
animations and stuff. But
when they finally animate everything from the manga, I think there are only two mangas that I'm reading right now, My Hero and One Piece. But when they finally start to catch up with those, man, I'm one, my soul gonna be hurt, but two, it's probably gonna be so dope to see that, man, being able to see some of these things get planned out. Because like I didn't read manga a lot, before the past year, and to be able to read this stuff and now see it get planned out, man, it's so awesome. Now, Kenny, I really get what you feel when you would be bugging reading the mangas, like, bro, I can't wait to see this on TV.
yeah, bro, this Wano,
Yeah, man, Wano been crazy, man. We're watching Luffy try
and
to figure
I'm
out.
really only excited about Wano because I love the animation in Dragon Ball Super Broly,
Yeah,
and the same studio that did that movie is doing this entire
no.
arc.
Mm.
They've literally been flames the entire arc. It's been
every
episodes that ain't even
every
been
Luffy
cold.
fight.
That's been cold, bro. Like
That
I
Zoro
will
fight,
say that they got a little of that
ooh.
influence, like that Dragon Ball Z power up stuff. Like they kind of added it and trickled it into One Piece with the haki and stuff. But other than that, that animation is A1. Because I just
Mm-hmm.
watched Zoro fight Batusai the Manslayer. Not Batusai, that's from Kenshin.
About to drop Batosa out of manslayer in here.
But his name the Manslayer, so that's why it came popped in my head. But that fight, A1. And I'm looking forward to this Kaido fight coming up, and this whole arc about to be lit.
I
It's one of
am
those
mad
arcs
that
I'm gonna
they
probably
changed
go
the
back to watch.
intro though, bro. I'm mad they
I
changed
like
the
the
intro.
intro. I like the new one.
Bro, I like Luffy powering up. One Piece, one wish, bro. Like, how you take him off there? Anyway,
Bro, it was up there for a minute, bro. They had
it
to change
was.
it. They had to change it for the new act. I wouldn't be surprised if we get probably like one or two more openings because it's supposed to be like 5 acts to this arc. So, and the manga only in Act 3, so that just lets you know we here, we
We
here.
about to get busy.
Wano gonna be over probably at chapter 1030. we on 987, 988 right now. I'm waiting for that chapter 1000. I know it's about to be banging because I've been reading One Piece since I was 13. And, and I've
Lazy,
been
bro.
watching it since '01. Well, actually, I was watching it before that because it was on 4Kids. Sheesh.
Sheesh.
Yeah,
That
man.
was like,
Long
when
run.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Stuff come out, like 99, 2000? Yeah.
2000,
Yeah.
yeah.
One Piece been popping since then. The anime actually been out since 98, so that's there we go.
Lots of stuff coming up, guys. But hey, really quick, man. Anybody want to touch on anything before we wrap up today? Let's start with Kenny.
Um, I don't really have too much to touch on from what we talked about. Trying to think. Not really. Um, nah. I will say Demon Slayer disappointed me. That's all I'm gonna say. And now I'm gonna leave it at that.
We'll move
I'm
on from
gonna
that
say
one.
that until the end of the year
I
because
won't
they
add
should
my
not have
opinion to
beat
that
One
one.
Piece. But yeah.
Yeah. See.
Oh, they changed the date for the Demon Slayer movie. I guess that's news.
What?
They
when
moved
is
it
that
up.
supposed to drop?
They moved it up. I can't remember the exact date, but they moved it up from the original date. I do know that. So that's news. Manga was butt cheeks, but animation saves lives.
Yes, let's just move on from that. See?
Yeah, we touched on all the big hitters. That DC event. So yeah, when it comes to that Gotham Knights, any news on that, I'm all over. I don't think we mentioned that they unveiled the new Call of Duty this week. So that's something to
I
look.
forgot about Call of Duty. I don't even talk about Call of Duty no more.
Yeah, y'all can check our IG. We did post about that. I'm not gonna
just
jump
hit 300
because oh yeah, man, completely missed that. Yeah, so for things that I wanted to kind of top on this week, so on the IG we did reach over 300 followers. We appreciate all y'all for following and rocking with us.
Thank you,
supporting us as we're moving forward. We also are interested in any potential partnerships, whether it be you guys guest speaking on the talk show, helping with any of your platforms, any of your posts or anything. So we are always looking for collabs. If you guys are interested, you can email us at 3LittleBlerds@gmail.com. We already have some things in the works with a future talk show guests, and as well as potential partnerships moving forward. But we're always open for joint ventures. So please reach out to us. One of the things that I'm going to be doing on my front for 3LittleBlerds, I'm hoping to set up my streams with my nonprofit. It's called Brockwood Foundation. We're focusing on both teacher and student support for the 2020-2021 school year. And so any donations that I take in my tip jar will go towards my nonprofit. So I'm super excited to get that rolling. We're going to officially get that kicked off on September the 1st, going into the month of September. So be on the lookout for more details of that. Also, just trying to get to affiliate status on Twitch. So if you guys have a Twitch account, you're rocking with C today. We rocked with Kenny on Friday for our Friday Night Fright stream. Do me a favor, going over to Be Nice 910 at Twitch, and go ahead and follow me as well as I'm on my journey to reach affiliate. Other than that, that's all the things that I had to touch on. Today was awesome. Another second day. Fellas, anything else that we should touch on before we wrap up today and get started with our Sunday festivities?
Yeah,
I think you tapped everything on the head.
Yeah, make sure you pull up on Kenny today at 1 p.m. Kenny.
Yep, Eastern Standard Time.
1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for his Tony Hawk Pro Skater stream.
Nope,
I will
Avengers.
be.
I'm not playing Tony Hawk until it release.
Okay. So Avengers,
I played
Avengers beta.
This fire.
Yeah,
I will say
Avengers beta at 1 p.m. Eastern Time over on Outlaw Stream. I'm gonna be co-hosting. So if you don't want to pull up on Kenny, you can pull up on me. But other than that, I think that's it. This is 3LittleBlerds signing off. You guys have a great rest of your week, and until next Sunday, man, keep it blerdy.
All right, y'all.
Yes, sir. All right, see.